This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of April 3rd, 2023. No matter how hectic or argumentative or outright aggressive people may be this week, events may be, the skies are encouraging us to pay attention to matters ruled by Venus, to beauty, to how we get along, to our bottom line, to what we're doing with our bodies, to our food, and most importantly, to the state of our relationships. The first shift that encourages this is Mercury moving into Taurus on the 3rd. Ordinarily, the cosmic messenger does best when it is in a sign that facilitates quick and easy movement. Mercury coming down to Earth isn't something that it generally enjoys. However, Venus is already in her home sign, and Mercury's move into that sign is going to orient us to the physical ramifications of everything that's going on around us. It will have us thinking about the bottom line, thinking about concrete, mundane, physical matters. It will actually beneficially slow our thinking a bit, slow the conversation a bit, and refocus it on what is happening down here on Earth in the physical world. Now, you can probably think of a number of issues or situations in your life that this is speaking to. It's not hard at all to see how this applies to various issues that are all throughout the collective. The first thing that happens after Mercury changes signs is that it gets in a shoving match with Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto at the first degree of Aquarius until June 11 means that every time a planet changes signs, its first contact is going to be with the clarifying influence of this ruler of power and hidden matters. Really uncomfortable conversations are going to come out of this square also on the 3rd. Candor, hard truths, facing up to or at least voicing terrors, fears, maybe even survival level thoughts. For some people, it will have to do with finances, with their money, and you can be assured that in the United States, this is going to bring up really impassioned discourse about guns, and specifically about military-grade weapons, killing machines. Whatever this brings up for you, oddly, there are openings to stabilize it, to bring something into a physical form, to ground, to get somewhere. Mercury is in an opportunity aspect or a sextile to Saturn on the 5th. Stepping up, being an adult, acting responsibly, finding some way to set a situation up, or at least the perspective, in a framework that is healthy, that perhaps sets some boundaries up, and that possibly is for the greater good, Saturn in Pisces. The really big action this week, though, besides the Mercury-Pluto square, is the full moon affecting relationships. On April 6th, the full moon in Libra, it is the last of a sequence of 16-degree full moons that have been bringing up and bringing up and bringing up whatever last November's Taurus full moon lunar eclipse meant for you, which had something to do with what you value, with money, with resources, what's yours as opposed to what's yours and someone else's, or perhaps debt or investments. This full moon has us tweaking our relationship seesaws, adjusting agreements, adjusting connections, possibly jettisoning some people from our personal playgrounds. Our emotional journey of the past 6 months or so has led us to the point that we can't keep playing by the ground rules that have been in place, and we are making adjustments now. No apologies, however, not necessarily in a harsh or hurtful way, because the two guardians of love, Venus and Neptune, are in a harmonious relationship this week. Venus rules the Libra full moon, and she's got the help and participation of a higher consciousness, of inspiration, of a higher level of creativity, of simply more gentleness and kindness, which softens and waters opportunities to put ideas into concrete action. Mercury and Mars are in a sextile on the 8th. Possibilities are around for concrete ideas, practical ideas leading to nurturing or perhaps fighting for things and people we love. It's one of those weeks where clinging to the situations in your life probably isn't going to be the best course of action. Think about what feels good and right and healthy. Use that information to rearrange the working agreements of your relationships and see what creative and practical energy frees up as a result. Homing thought of the week. What's my bottom line? Song of the week. I Don't Want to Play in Your Yard by Peggy Lee. And the image of the week is inspecting a garden. 3 more resources for you this week. A long interview with me putting current events in the U.S. in the context of the last 11 years and parallels to the 30s, the beginning of the Civil War, and the end of the 18th century on Annette Dion's YouTube channel. I've got the link below. Second, a discussion of Saturn in Pisces from personal and collective perspective with Frank Clifford of the London School of Astrology on my show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio, live this Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern and afterwards in the archives and on my YouTube channel. And third, my forecast for the Libra full moon, which is already up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. I host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, including timetables and navigational tools for Saturn in Pisces and Pluto in Aquarius. And I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I'm on Instagram at K.A. Biehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.